Hey, what's up, guys? Beautiful day outside. Me and my wife are staying in the cool weather stuff, so we can, cause she's 3 days away from her due date, so kind of keeping it safe a little bit, keeping her warm, keeping her comfortable, and just preparing for my son to be here. So hopefully, the next couple days. That's what I'm hoping. Cross our fingers. Um, what I want to talk to you about today is there's a recent topic going around and everything like that. Um, Colin Kaepernick. We're seeing this all over the news, everything like that. He didn't stand for he didn't stand for the American flag. They had the national anthem, I think. Um, Something I look at that is, he did it because he says black people are oppressed by white people and stuff like that, and cops are shooting black people in the streets, and they're getting paid leave or something like that. I think that's what I read. I look at this, and it's his it's his right. You know what I mean? It's a right freedom of speech. He can protest anything he wants. It's freedom. Freedom of speech to you know do what he's doing right now. But something I don't really get though is one, his parents, his adopted parents are white, and you look at it. He says white people oppress black people. So did his parents oppress him when they were paying his way through college and everything like that, and supporting him in his football games and everything like that? I look at that. It's kind of absurd he would make an accusation like that, not seeing the full picture of the situation. Um, Sorry, guys, I'm sick. I've been sick for the last couple of days. Um, and something I don't get in this world today, we should be about racial equality. Everybody's equal. The news and social media are blowing things out of proportion. So we're getting one ill perspective about situations, involving shootings and stuff like that. And something I don't understand though is Colin Kaepernick. He he's doing this because he basically lost his starting job. He's hitting into the news and stuff like that. He lost his starting job to blame Gabbard, which is a white guy, and everything like that. So he is making a scene. He's trying to make up an excuse, because make up an excuse that, making a racial thing, that Blaine Gabbert took his job. Well, another guy on the roster, his name is Jeff Driscoll. Well, Jeff Driscoll, white guy. So you have two white guys to one color guy. And something I don't get though is nobody is oppressing him. Part of NFL starting jobs is you have to prove yourself and be efficient at quarterback at what you do, to get the gig. And from last two seasons, Colin Kaepernick has been going downhill. The first time he started, where he took Alex Smith's job, he was actually not too bad. Pretty good scrambler. Put up a fight on things, but he just went downhill. So what does he do? He blames it on racism. Blames it on racism. But really, he's just not that good anymore. He's just terrible. I mean, I've been watching. I'm a Jets fan. You know what I mean? Some people can say that me being a Jets fan, I'm talking crap about 49ers and stuff like that. Really, I'm not, because something that's really upsetting me is I've been in the military for 6 years, and I've learned how to salute my flag. Stand up for my flag. Stand at attention and stuff like that. But this guy, he wants to be selfish, everything like that, and that's something I don't get. He wants to be selfish because he's losing his starting gig. Well, who knows? You can trade teams, offer, go for a trade, and try yourself somewhere else. but he wants to make this a racial thing, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? These guys, competing with him do better than he does. You know what I mean? They won the spot. Chip Kelly, he Chip Kelly's big on his quarterbacks, and quarterbacks that fit his system do actually really well, because his offense is fast. He has a fast offense. He did it for the Eagles when he first had the Eagles and stuff like that. He had a really fast offense, and not many teams could have kept up. But now, these days, people got used to his offense, and they watch the tapes and stuff like that, and they understand it pretty well. But they want, Chip Kelly wants somebody that is efficient in his system, and looks like Colin Kaepernick is not efficient in his system. Everything, but my main thing is you can't look at preseason as a competition. Like, you can't look at preseason as a thing to see people's skills and stuff like that. But a lot of NFL head coaches look at the preseason as the competition for a person for the starting gig job. Like, say for the Broncos, you got Trevor Seaman or something like that. You got Paxton Lynch. Then you have I think there was somebody else competing, Mark Sanchez, and they're competing as well. But do you see any of them blaming on a race thing? I mean, look at Mark Sanchez. I think he's Mexican or something like that. But if he loses his job, I don't think he's gonna blame it on not standing up for the American flag. So that's what I don't get. Colin Kaepernick's a sore loser, and that's the thing. If you want your starting quarterback job so bad, you have to prove yourself. Prove yourself for that starting gig. But you're putting yourself in a deeper hole by making yourself. I mean, he's not making himself look like an idiot because this is right not to stand for the American flag, but you're kind of getting all eyes on you. Part of being in the NFL and stuff is not getting all eyes on you, because when the media gets a hold of you, they're going to rip you apart, plain and simple. They do it with celebs all the time. Celebs that are outspoken stuff, they'll rip them apart. Look at Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was ripped apart because of his faith. He was ripped apart and he couldn't get a starting gig. But the thing is, Colin Kaepernick is going to get ripped apart by the NFL media and all the other news agencies because, he just can't stand out of the limelight, because he wants to pout because he lost a starting gig. And Chip Kelly's going to give it to Blaine Gabbert, most likely. So that's my thing. When you compete and challenge yourself, put 100% into it. I know Colin Kaepernick's worked with the quarterback gurus and stuff like that during the off season. He should have improved, but the thing is, he might fit into another system. But he doesn't need to blame it on race, because this country has racial equality. We see what the news wants us to see. We look, because we watch TV and stuff like that. We see what the news wants us to see, and if a news agency wants to make things look more racial, they aim it towards racial inequality. But my main thing is we need to stand together, because if not, if this racial stuff keeps going, we're going to be splitting apart. We can't do that. We have to stand together. So, the stuff that Colin Kaepernick saying and stuff like that, I don't know if his words were being misinterpreted or not, because sometimes in news agencies his words are news agencies misinterpret words. But the thing is, what I'm seeing is from numerous news agencies that there's some consistency that he's being a selfish little brat, and he needs to step it up if he wants to get that starting quarterback gig. Because think about it, you have one more preseason game, then that's probably where head coaches name the starting quarterbacks. And if he wants to be a baby like this, then he's not going to get that spot, because he just came back from the third preseason game and I think got like 40 yards, and like the other quarterbacks did better than he did, and he has to step it up, plain and simple, and stop blaming on race. But I hope you guys like this. Just had to get my insight of what's going on with that, and just subscribe to my channel. Destroy that like button, and hope you guys have a good day. Peace.